Hello everybody. Here we are. We're posting our travel night summary from a couple nights ago, and this is about a trip we have going on January 20th on the Celebrity Summit. Here's our itinerary, or agenda rather, for our discussion today. We're going to talk about the package itself, what it includes, what all is available as part of our unique to cruise planners ABC Travel. Cruising. We're going to look at the itinerary. We're going to look at our flight information. Then we're going to take a look at the ship itself, what it has to offer, go into excursion options, and a little bit about our website and how to get that great information so that we can move forward and get the max out of our trip in January 2018. And then lastly, we'll talk about our transfers from the Colorado Springs Airport to the Denver Airport. So let's get into it. First thing we want to look at is our itinerary. It did have a change because of the hurricanes. We're not going to St. Martin, we are going to St. John's. So this is a snapshot of an invoice. So everyone that's going on a trip has gotten an invoice, and this is part of what's included in that invoice. You have a bunch of stuff in there to include your itinerary, which is interactive. So you can see that they're blue. And this blue here means you can click on it and get more information. When you click on it, it's going to tell you all about San Juan, St. John, St. Kitts. This is St. Kitts, St. Thomas, our sea days. It won't have a whole lot of information on sea days because there's a different link for their ship information when you log into your My Trip account. But this is our itinerary, and I do want to point out that you should click on that, get the extra information. I don't have a live link here, so I can't do it for you, but we're going to look at some of that stuff here in a minute anyway. So let's go on to the next slide, which should be our flight itinerary. This is our flight. This is where we're going. This is how we're getting there. And this also is a part of your invoice. On your particular invoice, you'll have a confirmation number. We have selected your seats based on your preference that you gave us. But I would recommend that you go in there and make sure that the seats we selected for you are the best seats for you that are available. If not, go ahead and feel free to change those to whatever you want. You can see that whoever this is in a couple that's in 26 D and E on the first part and E and F on the second. So those are side by side seats. Sometimes you guys like to sit across both in an aisle seat across from each other. Sometimes you like window and aisle with nobody in the middle. So depending on what we thought you put in for your preference, we selected your seats, and feel free to go in there and change them. This is also to let you know that it's a good idea to leave your full itinerary back home with someone that's taking care of your house, your pets, your family, whatever it is that you're leaving behind. A copy of your itinerary and a copy of your passport, just in case you need it, and a copy of your insurance if you purchased it. So, leave this stuff behind so that if they do an emergency situation, need to get a hold of you, they know where you are, and makes it much easier to get you if they need you. The next of this is the coming home trip. Again, nothing special here, just your flight information so that you know what flights you're on and expected times where you're going to be. Again, make sure that someone back here has copies of that. Don't post this stuff on the internet, but there you go. The ship itself. I'm gonna backtrack just a tad because we need to talk about the package that we have for you, and what it includes and what's unique about it. So this is called a transitioning cruise. means it's starting in one place and ending in a different. That's really all that means, and they're changing their seasonal rotation. So they're coming from the Caribbean, and now they're do the Bahamas. So this ship does not the Bahamas, Bermuda. And we do have a trip lined up for that in October. That's going to be a great trip. Look in the future for some information on that. But today we're talking about this transitional cruise, which is going from San Juan to Fort Lauderdale. These are great trips for a couple different reasons. One, cost-wise, they're usually a little less expensive than the traditional seasonal trips, because they are going from one to the next. And they traditionally have more sea days in them, which for some is good and for some others not so much. They don't like the sea days. I personally enjoy the sea days. It's something about being on the open ocean that I enjoy. So this is, good itinerary for us. We had 3 sea days, as you saw on the other itinerary. So unique to us is everything is included that we could include in the pricing. What does that mean? It means your cruise, and for those that haven't cruised before, cruising traditionally includes your room, your shipboard entertainment, and your meals in your main meals in the main dining. So that means breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now they do have what's called specialty venues for dinner that you can purchase, and we have included for everyone one of those specialty dinings, so you can experience it without a cost to you. So that is included in our package. You'll get a slip when you check into your room that notifies you that we have given that to you, along with some other things that will keep a surprise until you get there. So try out the specialty dinner. Note about the specialty dinners, you want to reserve your time for specialty dinner as soon as you can. So don't wait, because if you wait, then you'll be eating at a time that no one else wants to eat, which is, if it's the time you want to eat, that's great. But if you want to, make sure you get the time you want, when you want, and how you want, and the restaurant you want, the sooner you do that, the better off you are. So as soon as you get on the ship, go ahead and make that reservation with the concierge service desk. Some ships allow you to do that, pre-do that as part of your check-in. You can make those reservations. For some reason, this ship doesn't have that available at this time. So do that when you get on the ship. Another thing that's included as part of our package is your gratuities. They're prepaid, so you won't have to worry about that at the end. As my mom likes to say, this is a free trip because you've already paid for it. And there's nothing to pay for while you're enjoying it. The other thing that we've included is the classic drink package. It means all your coffees and teas and waters and all that is included. Premium drinks are not. You can upgrade to that if you'd like. When you get on the ship, you can do that. You can actually, if you would like to do that now, we can try to get that done before we leave. Shouldn't be a problem at all. You just got to let me know. So that's pretty much the package that we have. What's not included are your activities on shore. So once you hit the shore at the different ports we're going to, those activities, excursions, are additional. We don't want to tell you what you have to do on land. You get to choose and pick, and depending on your choices, there's going to be a cost to that. You're free to stay on the ship or explore it on your own and walk around. That's always nice. But then there's the uniquely special stuff like swimming with dolphins and stingrays and zip lining and those kind of things. Those would be extra. You want to pre-select those, and we're going to talk about those as you saw on the agenda a little bit later. Okay, so now let's look at the ship. And we're not going to do too much looking at the ship. This is a brand new ship. It was just refurbished, and this video here will show you all about that rebuild. It's really nice, about 4 minutes long. I'm not going to click on it now because it'll make my video too long, but I would recommend that you click on that and explore the rebuild. This one is the link to the Celebrity. Again, if you click on that, you'll be able to explore the ship. It doesn't work when I'm doing the recording. It's supposed to work after the recording, so if you click on it, it doesn't. You know that I had to do this before, so we don't know how it's going to work because of the recording. But if it doesn't work, I will know that after I post it, and I will post some links in the comment box down below so that you can see that, okay? So for right now, we'll just tell you that if you click on that, it's going to bring you to the Celebrity site. On the left top corner, you'll be able to see the menu, pull down the menu, and the second block is our award-winning fleet. You want to go there, you want to select the Celebrity Summit, and then you can see all the deck plans, where everything is. It's always a good idea to go to the deck plan and familiarize yourself with the ship, what it has to offer, so that you can get the most out of that ship that you can. Both you know where things will be, more importantly, you know what there is on the ship to enjoy. Most things on that ship are free. If there is a cost, I always recommend prior to doing anything that you ask, and it's okay. Sometimes we feel like we don't want to be show our inexperience by asking questions, but I can tell you I've been on 15, 20 cruises, I don't know, quite a few. And I'm still asking because they always change and they're all different on each ship, and we like to explore all the different ships. So we haven't been on a ship twice. For the most part, we haven't been on a ship twice. So each time it's something different, something new, and it's better to ask than to spend the time trying to figure it out. Enjoy the ship. It has a lot to offer, and your room steward is your best source for the initial information. So use those room stewards. They're more than happy. It makes them feel good if they can make your time on the ship that much better. So go ahead and ask them. It's okay. So next we want to talk about our particular site. There's a couple things in here. First, this is a live link here of my trips. Like again, you know, in the presentation I can't click on it and send you there. But once you go there, you're going to have to log in with your unique email and PIN. If you're on a computer, if you're on the phone app, you have to use your password. So log in on a computer, create a password from that PIN that you got on your invoice, and then it will send you there. Once you log in, it'll show you all the bookings that you have, if you have multiple bookings with us. If this is the only one, then it'll be the only one showing, and it'll tell you, just like this, you know, 52 days to go, and then down here you can click on it and view details, which we've already done for this screenshot. And then after you do that, you'll see this particular version of my trips. So you can, you can go down to the tabs down here and click through them all and see the information, a plethora of information. But it'll get you excited about where you're going, what you're doing, keep you informed. I always tell people to go through and get that information and look at it. Some do, some don't. But it certainly will be worth your time if you do. So check out your itinerary. Your cruise information will again send you back to information about the ship and the ports of call. The detailed summary is a chronological view of everything that's going on while you're on the trip. It'll show you your insurance, it'll show you your flight information, and cruise information, and transfers will show up on there as well. Excursion is the one I have highlighted. When you click on excursions, it'll show you the different ports that we're going to, and then you can click on those ports and see what excursions are offered for those particular ports. Be careful when you go to select a excursion that you select one you can actually take. So you have to look at your itinerary, see what time you show, and then look at your departure time. We usually recommend that if your departure time is for, like ours, 5 p.m., then you want to plan a trip that gets you back to the ship no later than 4. 3:30 would be a good time, and because you usually have to be on an hour prior so they can clear the port and leave port by 5. So something to keep on mind. We use a company called Short Trips, as you can see here, and they're very good about not processing an excursion that they don't think you are going to make, or may get you back to the ship later than you should be. So, but you should read the details, when the excursion starts, how long the excursion is, what you need to take in the special instructions, what you need to take, if there's any limitations, age, height, weight, those kind of things. So, explore the excursions and see what they are. And then once you do that, select the ones you want. Because we are a group, I'm asking people that they don't book direct prior to letting me know what they're going to do, because if we get an excursion that's popular amongst the group, I might be able to negotiate a group deal that would make sure we're all on the same excursion instead of split up in a couple different groups. So, and maybe some special prizes, pricing, or extra things that maybe we want to add or take away. So if we do end up with a group, great. If we don't, that's okay too. Short Excursions does Short Trips does a great job with excursions. You're going to enjoy it either way. And then you can also look at the excursions that Celebrity offers. We personally use Short Trips over the ship because the size is smaller. We like the smaller group size. So that's our personal preference. You can decide however you'd like. I would say, there's the pre-registration now. We have done that for you. It's all in there. You can go and it'll send you to Celebrity site. You put in your log number and you can check your information, make sure it's all right. But it has been done. Everyone has already paid, so you don't need to do the credit card authorization. We already have that taken care of. Other than that, go in there and look around and explore and enjoy. Now we'll go to the next slide. Is transfers. Okay. Well, we're pretty much locked in for our transfers. We know how much it is per person, which is $43. That includes the transfer from Colorado Springs Airport to the Denver Airport. They'll have water, and we have already added the gratuities to that. We leave, as you see, at 1:30 a.m. So we got to be there, and the bus will take off at 1:30. If for some reason you missed that, you have my cell phone number. Text me and let me know that I have found an alternative way to get there, because the bus can't wait. We can't miss our plane. So be on time, and we'll all start our journey in style on a luxurious party bus. It'll be a good time. And one of our passengers has offered to bring us some breakfast burritos, so we'll be eating and having mimosas. So there you go. I think I've covered everything I need to cover, and I'm sure there's questions, but on this format, you have to write your questions in the comment box below. Look for my comments shortly after this posting with the links to the different things mentioned during the. So look forward to sharing this with you. If you're watching this and you didn't go, or you're not going and you're interested, feel free to give us a call, 719-445-8698. Just don't call between the times that we leave and the times we get back, because you won't get me. All right. Have a good one, and looking forward to sharing this with you guys. Thanks.